Hey there, morbid maniacs. It's time for another spooky video. And for tonight's spooky video, I'm going to be telling you guys another, I guess, paranormal experience. You guys
are probably like, what the fuck, Melanie? Like, how many paranormal experiences can you possibly have?
But it's not just a paranormal experience, it's just kind of like other things that I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about as well, just because I miss you guys and I haven't talked to you, like actually sat down and talked to you for a while. Now before we get into this video, I'd like to say, as usual, that I'm not claiming any of this stuff to be paranormal. It most likely has a logical explanation behind it. However, I just like to share my experiences with you all. Anything that might seem strange or weird to me, I like to share that with you. And I would never make up any of the stories that I tell you either. So take that as you will. When I had Corona, which for those of you who did not know, in October, I think it was like the second or third week of October, I caught coronavirus and I had to stay home sick from work for a whole week. Me and my boyfriend had to isolate ourselves from each other because we were both sick with it and we didn't want to make each other sick again. And it sucked, it completely sucked. But I spent a lot of alone time watching TV and, you know, I didn't really have the strength to do anything else. Every night before I would go to sleep, you know, I'd get ready for bed and I'd turn off all the lights, and my hallway has always freaked me out. I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, I have been so freaked out by my hallway, and when this used to be my bedroom, I'd make sure that my door stayed shut because I did not want to see anything crawling through that hallway coming towards me. But on this particular night, I was sick. I was getting ready for bed. I had most of the lights turned out. I believe I had one light on in the kitchen. And my boyfriend was in here asleep, and I had seen a black, like shadowy mist smoke type of energy kind of like go into the hallway entrance and kind of just disappear. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, whenever I was sick with Corona, like, and I'm sure a lot of people that have had COVID can agree that it's very depressing because you have to quarantine yourself from everyone and you can't go out and do anything. You're pretty much just stuck at home. You can't really do much else other than that. So I don't know if this was like something dark or negative that was like enjoying seeing me down and kind of like getting like into like a depressed kind of mood, or if this was something else. But I definitely know that that was indeed paranormal. I know I wasn't just seeing things. I did have, this is weird, but this might have been like an allergic reaction to something. I'm not really sure. I'll have to find the picture. I'll put it in here if I still have it. I had these weird like scratch marks that appeared on my neck. Now, I wasn't around anybody. I can't remember if I accidentally scratched myself. I mean, I might have. I do have 4 cats. Like I said, these could have logical explanations, but these marks appeared on my neck and they stayed on there for like a good 2 days at least before they disappeared. I have no idea where they came from. Can't really remember if, you know, I accidentally scratched myself or one of my cats scratched me, but it was weird. And that was when I had Corona. Now it might have been some kind of weird like reaction to something. I don't really know. On Hallows Eve, I was getting ready to go to bed. I had just gotten home from a Halloween party, which you guys have probably already seen. I was getting ready to go to bed and I had my TV turned off, okay? I was dead tired. I was getting ready to go to sleep I will admit, the TV that I have, I think it has some sort of like sensor in it or something, because it will often turn off and on by itself a lot. And I've heard that that type of TV is known to do that sort of thing. I don't know how it works, but it's happened quite a bit. Well, on this night, my boyfriend was asleep on the couch. I was getting ready to go to sleep myself, and 2 remotes. I had 1 remote on my nightstand, 1 remote on the TV stand. Now, my cat did jump on the bed like a couple minutes before this happened, so she might have accidentally stepped on it. I don't really know. I was starting to doze off, you know. I was trying to get cozy in my bed, and all of a sudden, I'm just like jolted up by this loud ass sound of the TV turning on by itself. And it's on like some movie, I think like The Green Lantern or something. I don't know, it had no significance at all to anything. But it was just weird, you know, because it was on Hallows Eve, and I've always heard that Hallows Eve and Halloween, those days, and I think like November 1st or something, those are all days that the veil is the thinnest between the living and the spiritual realms. Spirits are more known to be able to like communicate and speak with you. I don't know if that's what that was, or if my cat had accidentally stepped on the remote, but if that was the case, then it took her quite a bit of time before the TV actually turned on, because it was a couple minutes after she had jumped on to the bar, so that just doesn't make any sense. Just a couple of nights ago, me and my boyfriend, this was before we got our heat fixed again. If you're a returning subscriber, you know that we were having some issues with our furnace, and today we hopefully got it fixed for good. This was a couple of days ago. Before we got it fixed, we ended up going and getting a kerosene heater to kind of keep ourselves warm, because it was already starting to get cold over here. And my dad was coming over to, you know, help us put it together and fill it up with kerosene and all that. This was a really cold night. Now, we have a lot of neighbors which have dogs and are often outside, you know, barking their heads off, especially when they see like a deer or something. So like I said, this could also have a logical explanation, but if you are a returning subscriber to my channel, then you know that for a long time I have kind of believed that there's been some sort of creature or skinwalker or whatever you want to call it up in the woods behind my house. So we were filling that up, and well, my dad went out to fill it up, and he said he had heard like a weird noise in the woods. And we come back in, my dad's getting ready to leave, and I was standing in the house. This is how loud it was. My boyfriend had the door open talking to my dad, and I was standing in the house, and I heard this loud like hollering sound, and I ran to the door. You could hear it, like it sounded almost like a dog which was being attacked, or like a dog which was in pain. And it could have just been, you know, one of my neighbor's dogs doing something, but it just did not sound like a normal dog. It didn't sound like any animal that I know of, you know. It sounded like something out of this world. It was really strange, and we haven't heard it since, so that's another weird thing about it. You always hear the dogs barking at night, but like I said, it didn't sound like a normal animal or a normal dog barking. Like it sounded like something was in pain. You know, the whole background of skinwalkers, which I have made a whole video on that, so if you were interested, I will leave it somewhere in this video for you to see. They are shapeshifters, so they will shapeshift into any animal that they want, and wolves are definitely one of them, which is another, like, a more wild form of a dog, I guess. This isn't really anything paranormal. This is just something that I want to like speak about. So I noticed that in the past like 3 spirit box sessions that I have done, there's the same like repeating voice that comes through, and it's never friendly. It's always saying something negative, and I believe it's towards me. And I don't know if it's the same like dark entity that I always see, or if it's something completely different, but it always comes through and it calls me the B word. Now, I've had a lot of things happen in my life which have made me not care for that word. Me and my best friend will joke around with each other and call each other bitch all the time, but we don't really mean anything by it, you know? I can feel the energy of when someone's actually saying it and meaning it over someone who's literally just joking around, you know? And this does not feel like it's joking around with me. It definitely feels like it's trying to bring me down. Every time I watched back those videos and I'd hear this entity or spirit or whatever call me that word, it just always like brings down my energy. It makes me feel so low and so little. And I can't explain it, but it always makes me feel bad. I really haven't liked that's happened like the past 3 times, because ghost hunting, paranormal, and scary stuff, that's what I'm all about, and you guys know this, but it kind of made me want to take like a little break from ghost hunting just because it's making me feel the way that I felt when I was back in those dark days when I was really depressed and I just didn't want to be alive, you know? And I think that that's what it wants, and I'm not gonna give into that and give it what it wants. Whatever it is, it's just not very friendly. It's something that's definitely trying to bring me down. I just really want to take a break from all of that for a little while. It's not going to be permanent because I love ghost hunting. I just don't want that to, you know, affect my energy. That was all I had to share with you guys today. Let me know what you think of all of this stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Become Morbid Maniac. Be sure to hit that bell notification, that way you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And if you are not aware already, I now have an OnlyFans account where I will be posting all of my sexier content. So if you are interested in that, the link is always in the description box below, so you can go check that out. And I love you guys more than anything in this world, and I will see you in my next video.